So dealing with rejection in dating is never easy, in my opinion. It's always tough, and it's always a tough pill to swallow. However, I have been rejected in the past, and actually, the reason why I was rejected is because I don't have a degree. And when I actually looked at it and put it out black and white, I'd probably manage this guy if he came to work for me. So I found it a little bit odd. But yeah, it was a hard no from that person. That was a non-negotiable for them that I didn't have a degree. And then I had to, based on that, I was then asked to send a bit of a bio, like detail of myself and what my job was and how much my company's turnover was, just so I could almost sell myself. And yeah, I just said, no, thank you. I just found it really bizarre.
I have been rejected from dating. It can be for silly, trivial reasons, or it could be, dating as a plus size girl is quite a big deal to some people. So people have rejected me based on my weight. People have rejected me on my caste as well. That's a big thing. I got rejected recently due to not being Jat from the right community.
I went on a date, had a good time, but when I got home, then she texted me saying there just wasn't a spark and a second date really isn't on the cards, which is fine. I was glad that she was very honest, so we could just sort of move on. But yeah, I have been rejected several times for sure. But you just gotta pick yourself up and just keep going. Right now, I don't think about those girls anymore. I'd rather that someone be upfront rather than catching feelings, and then you could be thinking about them for quite a while.
So if I've ever met somebody and I've thought it's not going to work out, I will try and let that person know as soon as possible. I think that's fair, rather than let it linger on.
Yeah, I have rejected girls in the past as well. And again, I just always try to be upfront with them. As soon as I realise that it's not really going to work out long term, either I see them in person or I give them a call and I say, look, I don't think this is going to go long term. And just be open and honest. Tell them how you feel and you go from there.
One thing I've learned is not to justify myself. Because it's okay not to like somebody, and it's okay if they don't like you. So, yeah. See, within dating, I really believe there aren't any rules. And I believe that the reason that there are rules now is what's making dating so difficult. If most of my dating situations have been, I don't know if I'm going to marry this guy, but you know what? I really want to get to know him and see if there's anything there. And if it hasn't worked out, I think, again, it's the same principle. You pick up the phone and have an honest conversation with that person, or even face up on a date, maybe your final date, to say, it's just not working for me. But I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but I don't have a cutoff. I don't say, by this date, you need to be done this. By this date, you need to be doing this. But I was in a situation where I was dating somebody and it was going really well. It was really pleasant. But and I actually thought about it. I'm like, we're at date 10. And then I had to think about where we were going. Was it right for each other or not? And had we progressed? And that we hadn't. So, it was more of a friendship vibe than maybe to question. But generally, no, I try and let it go with the flow. But that is who I am as a person. I don't like to plan.